Hello, YouTube. It's me again. I'm headed to work pretty early in the morning. I have to be there at 8 today. I'm cleaning. Where I live, it could be much colder than what it is, so I don't want to complain. I want to be really grateful. But I am just a person that runs colder. Now, I could be dressed more warmly, but especially with my going to clean, I don't want to dress warmly and then get there and either have to take off half my clothes or, get super hot or something. So, I don't know. I'm just struggling with that a bit. I don't know. I really don't feel like going and cleaning today. And I know it all sounds so negative. I don't mean it that way at all. I am so grateful for this job that God has given me, and I know He's given it to me, but I just think it's funny how, things happen in your life. I always feel like everything happens for a reason, and I know not everybody believes that, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. And when I was getting really restless and really upset and frustrated because I was trying to figure out how to make some money, this job came about. And it's a good job. I work for great people. It is not that, but there are just some demands that it's just a hair outside of my comfort level, I guess, which with jobs, I guess you're supposed to be pushed out of your comfort level and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just not in that place in life. And so sometimes I get stressed out before I go there because I'm like, well, what's going to happen? What's going to come? What are they going to want me to do? And am I going to have enough time in the day to do it? That's a lot of the times what happens is it feels like maybe there's not enough time to accomplish everything that really needs to be done, even if they in their mind are saying, this is what we would like you to do, and if something doesn't get done, it's fine. That's not what me as a person hears. It's like, this is what I have to do, and I really need to get this done for these people because I want to do good work for them. They're great people. So it's more of an internal thing, I guess, than an external thing. Please go. Please go. Ugh, this school line is not fun at all. Okay, so but so what I'm saying is I think it's possible that the Lord gave me this job for a time because I'm not going to be able to keep this job. This video really is to update my pregnancy, but I'm just kind of circumferencing everything that's going on in my life. The videos that are being posted right now are updates, things I'm doing in day-to-day life because I want to get better and more practiced at posting more often because I want to do this thread. I want to do my updates and stuff like what I did with my other daughter. So yeah, I want to do it. And so what's being pushed out now is dealing with life and what's going on after I've lost my dog after 12 years. And so I just feel very much like I'm living in a time of, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Like Christmas Eve, I got positive pregnancy tests. A few days later, I got another positive pregnancy test. And then New Year's Eve, which was 1 week later, my dog died. And so the emotional roller coaster that I've been on has been really crazy. And so, yeah, so now I'm stuck in this place of I'm going to work when on my work days, and I'm not telling these people yet that I'm pregnant because I want to wait until after the doctor's appointment to confirm everything, that everything is fine, that everything is good, and really what the due date is, because then I need to think about and pray about when I'm giving my notice for, because I'm going to be high risk, and some of what I do is a little bit labor intensive. I don't work a lot of hours or whatever, but how far into pregnancy am I going to be able to do it? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it until I go into labor. And also, I feel like I need to give them a time frame. So, like, is it going to be a month before I'm set to deliver? Maybe 2 months before I'm set to deliver? I am high risk for preterm labor. You know, so those are just things that I have to think about and plan for and be as honest with my employers as possible and, you know, hope that they understand. I mean, I feel like they will, but, you know, those are just all things that are weighing on me a bit. But some symptoms that I'm having, like, I'm not having anything too crazy, which I'm really glad, because where I am calculating based off of a very flimsy timeline that I have gone back in my brain and made calculations for, it's flimsy, man. It's flimsy at best. But based off of that, I should be 8 weeks right now. And I was trying to remember when my symptoms hit me like really full-fledged with my second daughter, because my first trimester with my second daughter was literally terrible. And I think by this point I was already having all of that. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful that I'm not experiencing what I was. You know, I could be way sicker. I could be so sick right now, and I'm okay. I'm okay, and it's by the grace of God, because I am trying to keep this from my employer. And if I was as sick right now as I was with my second daughter in my first trimester, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to be working with produce and like some of the smells that are back there and stuff. There is no way. It is a struggle. Like, so what I'm dealing with, so in the very initial everything, even before I found out that I was pregnant, okay, I was having pain in my stomach every day around 10:30 in the morning for about 3 weeks. I know that for sure. And then it kind of moved from being like pain in my stomach every day around 10:30 to 11 to being kind of an overall all day very, very light cramping, maybe discomfort situation. And that went on for a while, and then it began to get more intense. And then that is whenever I felt like I had a bowel infection, and then I took a pregnancy test. And then that has kind of let off. I still get discomfort in my stomach, but it's overall, it's not in one targeted place. You know, that's been another one of my concerns, is an ectopic pregnancy, that like I want to go and just verify everything with this doctor. But I feel like 8 weeks in, even if that calculation, here's what I'll tell you. 8 weeks is, and I could be wrong about this, I guess, but I feel like 8 weeks is the least that I could be. I could be more than that, but 8 weeks I feel like is the least that I could be. So being at least 8 weeks or more, I feel like if I was having an ectopic pregnancy, I would have been having a lot more complications than what I am. That's what I think. So, because at first I was kind of concerned about it, because I'm like, I kind of just have a lot of discomfort in my stomach, like just a lot of, just feels like it shouldn't be like that. But I'm sure it's probably fine, because that's more or less let up. I did go and get an adjustment at my chiropractor, and that feels like that's helped a lot. I am having a lot of food aversions, but I would say they're light food aversions. Like, especially now that I've lived through my pregnancy with my second daughter, this is not like fun. It's not like I feel like nothing's going on, but at the same time, it feels kind of like a cakewalk. Compared to that, it feels like a cakewalk, like just like whatever. I just don't feel like eating that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not violently ill, you know, or anything. I'm just like, ugh. And I'll tell you the other thing I'm having is I am just like full. I'm not really getting hungry. there's times I feel like I should be hungry. And there's times I feel like I should eat. And then at those times, I try to eat what sounds the best to me, which probably is not the best idea because it's not going to be like the healthiest stuff, right? Really, it's not going to be the healthiest. But then I'll eat, and I think part of it is I'm eating too fast is probably what it is, because I was noticing that before I was pregnant. I'm like, why am I eating so fast? But anyway, so like I think that's what happens is I go for a while and I don't eat, and I'm like, I should probably eat something. So then I kind of like make myself eat something, and I'll eat a little bit, and then I'm like, I can't eat anymore. I'm so full. I'm miserable. I am so miserable. And then that's what you feel like, is you're just like, oh my gosh. Like I can sit down and eat a half a portion of what I would even normally eat, and I feel like I have gone to a buffet and ate the whole thing. It's crazy. And I'm like, that's weird this early. Like, yeah, third trimester, there's a lot of room being taken up. But like right now, that's weird. That's how I'm feeling. And then I'll tell you another thing. There's here and there, I don't have this sensation. But on the whole, like overall, I am so cold. Like I am freezing. Right now outside it says it's 45, which is not bad for January at all. It's not bad. Okay. But like I can be in my house and it'll be like 73, 74 in there. Of course, we have a drafty house. I'll give it that. But I am like cold to my bones. And I always like have slight cold sensitivity for sure. Since I've gained weight, I don't have as much as what I do whenever I'm lighter, you know, that kind of thing. But right now I am just like unreasonably cold most of the time. Like first thing in the morning, I'm in my pajamas. I put a big fluffy robe on. I go out to the living room and I put a big fluffy blanket on me, and I am comfortable. And I'm like, we don't keep our house really cold, so I'm like, that's not good. I'm freezing, you know. So that's something that's weird. My mom Googled that, you know, and it can be normal for sure. Because I'm like, I'm just so cold. My mom's like, what? I brought a blanket to her house, which she has blankets, but she's like, and I'm like, I'm freezing. I am freezing. This is my all of the time blanket right now. I'm telling you, I am just so cold. Those are really, I think, the only symptoms I'm having like consistently. Last night I had a horrible time trying to get comfortable and go get some sleep and stuff, and so last night was kind of rough. And it was just literally my body, my bones just felt like they were stacked on top of each other. And then I will say I feel like I'm starting to show, which again, I'm heavier than I've ever been with any other pregnancy, so my belly is growing and it's pushing my weight out and stuff. But I don't know, like I'm just I feel like I'm starting to show already, and so that's going to be another thing that's going to be complicated to keep things under wraps for another 2 weeks. I have, well, roughly maybe about a week and a half to go to keep it to myself for sure. Yeah. Ugh. So anyway, I think that's all I was going to update right now, just to kind of give an overview of what I'm dealing with. In the next couple weeks, I'll do another video and update on what's going on. So that's all for now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.